Alright, welcome back to KOTOR 2. We need to get off of Peragus here. So let's head out and engage with whatever machines want to fight us. We'll double back and loot in a moment. Ah, you little shit. How dare you? How dare you repair that?
More where that came from. More where that came from. More where that came
Okay, we got a guy behind the mines.
More where that came from.
Yeah, you guys blast him. We can't go in there. Really? That destroys the mine? I mean, that looks like it damaged them. I guess I'll accept it. That's really obnoxious, though. I really just wanted the XP for the disarm. Alright, well, I think the goal for this episode will be to get off Peragus, and probably that'll be like a natural break point, however long that takes. We'll see. I got armor for a droid. 3 AC, sure. I saw that loot marker for a second there. Weird. That is properly looted, right? Yeah. So this is, yeah, in the middle of all this stuff. So this is where we came in from the one side, right? This is the upper level? Yeah, because those were those elevators. Okay. Then I guess this probably goes up and links over somewhere, maybe. Okay, who actually is the best demo guy? I still don't remember inherently my character's capabilities. 14 on Atten? Okay, so Atten should be disarming. This is an average. Yeah, I was gonna say. I might not be able to get that. I'm actually kind of surprised I can't with, like, maxed out demo. Okay, I am just the 1 point off, though. So, one of these.
Just say the word.
Really good thing I took Force Valor. I gotta say, I would be pretty cranky if I hadn't taken that. Sir?
Everyone down. Time to even the odds.
Okay, just loot. Nothing special. Nothing at all. Okay. Fair. Fair enough. Emergency field station. Okay. I am computer use man, right? 10, 3. T3, yeah, T3's better. Plug in, shut down emergency field to exit ramp. That probably is just here, right? Oh, there was one thing I remember I need to look into. When we get to the escape part, there's like you get swarmed by Sith troopers, and you have like the turret section to shoot them down. And in base game, you would want them to board the ship because you would get more XP from fighting them. I believe this has been changed slash fixed for the purpose of restored content. We'll just try and do some crowd control here, I guess. Okay, force low. Who needs backup here the most? It's really, honestly, I'm the one taking the hits. Let's just duck out here real quick. And then come back.
That came from.
Not a lot of stuns coming in there. I'm gonna die. Probably should just go ahead and shield. Oh fuck, they're all dead! Fuck. Unnecessary. Okay, well, whatever. Is there anybody else to brutally murder? Okay, I think that is the section back the other way. Going back to where we've kind of been. Oh, and this is docking bay exit ramp. Okay, so I think that was kind of it. That was kind of the last fight here. So presumably, let's just double check. This should be nothing. Oops. System log. Series of explosions. Slice the D. Yeah, this is nothing. And then, okay, there were these. Wait, but there's these here. Or were these brought up later? Was this where T3 was ambushed? Maybe? And then that was shut off, blocked out there? Or can I open that and go somewhere else here? Yeah, there's nothing to be done here, so I guess it isn't anything. Okay, fair enough. Maybe I can still get through the docking bay with my shield. Oh, but we're like, what? Hello.
Where that came from? Everyone down.
All right, shield value gained. Shield used successfully. So this guy's already looted. So we've been here. We've been here. So yeah, this was just a locked up elevator I guess we couldn't access previously. That's the hangar. That's the fuel depot sub-level. Okay, so we're on, yep, there's the ship. We're on the side area. Cutscene.
This door's magnetically sealed. I can't believe this. The ship's right out there, and we can't get to it.
What? The console?
Huh? What is that piece of junk saying?
He says we can open the door to the hangar. He just needs access to the hangar terminal up on the platform.
How can you even understand that noise?
I served with a lot of utility droids in the, well, a long time ago.
All right, well, if he can slice the door open from the terminal above, don't let me stop him.
Okay. There's nothing else to do here, yeah? Yeah, it shouldn't be. We got, like, this was the whole ordeal with the, yeah, like the detonation and stuff. We did all this correctly. I need to check this ship thing probably sooner rather than later. Replace hangar control power conduit to open door. Door open. Log out. Ah, my shield wore off. At least I got some value from it, so I don't feel so bad.
More where that came from. More where...
Why are you running for that one? Can we do this in a sane order? I feel like we might want to be doing some of these.
More where that came from.
Okay. Oh, I thought I had you on lockdown. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. If I level up, do I get HP back? We did need the con, right? Pretty sure. Yeah, we verified it was base con for implants. Oh shit, I did have, there was a relevant awareness check. I feel like it was 11. I don't think it's for a little while yet, though. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 8. Alright, so no upgrades for existing powers, 1 power coming in. Could take heal. Definitely not going to be that useful long term. You know, I seem to recall one of these was supposed to be really good. Maybe Insanity? I think Insanity was supposed to be good. I'll just take it. Fuck it. That does in fact heal me. Alright. It's all good. Oh, somebody found something in the side room.
More where that came from. 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 More where that came from.
I think you would benefit from some other voice lines, my friend. Because there is apparently not more where that came from. There really is only just the one thing where that came from. Alright, another... Ooh, a deflector should be a shield, yeah? Nice. Fully outfitted. Not that it's going to be that important, but...
I hear you. Let me take care of this.
Ion cell. I'll take it. Okay, did we... Yeah, this was where we started, so there's no loot here. Alright, some mines. Oh shit, I see a droid. We're good? Skill too low. Wait, what? Oh, the thing wore off. Fuck.
Just say the word.
Nice. Nice. Okay, get in there while they're all clumped up.
More where that came from. More where that came from.
Nice. That was a good one. That was a nice, clean fight with them all clumped up on top of each other. Droid repulsor. Ah, but now I don't have the power I need to do this. So I gotta sit here and wait. And wait. And wait. And wait. Maybe I don't need to wait. Hold on. What are you... You have the safety harness. Oh, I think I actually do need to wait. Yeah. Oh wait, no, we got these. Never did figure out what the XP gain here is. 26,776. 26,776. 26,860. That adds up. That does add up. Okay, this is getting pretty close. Decontam, okay. Decontamination console, decontamination door. This is probably a good spot for me to check what is the deal with this turret section and how it's been changed in the mod. So I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, yeah, I confirmed it. The Sith Lord Restoration Project makes it so you get more XP with the turret than by fighting manually, and they don't drop anything meaningful for loot beyond med packs. So you are fully incentivized to try to stop them from boarding. Repair for 2, slice for 1. We should probably grab you. Slice. Camera controls, decontam. Shut down the decontamination system. Sure. Open chamber? Okay, so now we don't, like, get poisoned or whatever. Yeah. Okay. Well, looks like it's there. It does seem like there is probably a robot out there guarding it. I'll make a save here, though, just in case we hit this turret section. There's actually a Steam achievement for killing them all before they board the ship. I may want to try and do that. I think what I'll probably do is just try and do it, and if we fail, we fail.
More where that came from.
Well, he ate shit and died pretty quick. Kind of weird to have just, like, one mining droid in there. I guess because they were, like... It's probably conceptually one of the repair droids, right? Because they had mining droids in here doing repairs. It makes sense that it would be, maybe that guy. Bio-restorative underlay Mark II is probably an improvement from my current outfit, but I don't think I'm going to bother trying to find a workbench just for that. It seems a little unnecessary. Okay, there are these little kind of somewhat hidden containers that you actually can't exactly detect until you're right on top of them because of the way the terrain works. I might want to double check some of these corners because I feel like I went through here a little quick because I kind of just expected to be able to see them. Yeah, this one doesn't have enough territory to actually hide anything unless it's like here. No. Yeah, there. Did I get that? No, I did. Okay. Mostly just that one corner, I guess, that's got well-hidden stuff. Wait. Ah, I did miss one. Okay. And that is why we double-check. I will take a heat shielding. Probably not that impressive of an item, but it's free. All right, well, let's board this this shit. This is the loading ramp to the Ebon Hawk. Once aboard, you'll be leaving the mining facility for good. Enter the Ebon Hawk. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Quick! We're gonna need some time to fire up the engines. Let's give the laser turret a workout.
Alright, turret section. Is there one over here I'm missing? Hopefully not. The responsiveness is really bad. Also, it's like a billion volume.
Let's get out of here.
Hey, kill all Sith troopers. Cool. Dance for Vaga? Why did I get a Dance for Vaga achievement? What the fuck? Excuse me? Kreia, your hand. What happened?
There is no time. We must leave.
Yeah, kind of weird to get, like, swarmed with Sith troopers there after never seeing any for the entire, like, opening of the game. Where did they come from? Because they wouldn't have been on the Harbinger. Wait, legitimately, where did the Sith troops come from? That doesn't make any sense.
If they hit us, we're dead. But if they keep missing us, we're dead. It's great odds.
Unless a second ship showed up and deposited them? It's very unclear.
Somebody shut that trash compactor up.
Fire on the asteroids. Maybe the explosion will destroy them.
That'll take out the whole field, the colony, and maybe us. We might not even be able to jump to hyperspace in time.
Then we die here. Choose now.
We don't have any choice. Do it.
Hold on. This is gonna get a little rocky. Well, now that we just killed a planet, maybe one of you can tell me what's going on. Because between assassin droids, a Sith Lord that looks like he sleeps with vibroblades, and being target practice for a Republic warship, I was better off in my cell.
The Republic warship was the Harbinger. It was seized on its way to Telos by the Sith. They sought you, Jedi.
Harbinger was on its way to Telos.
Yes, to aid in the recovery effort there. Many roads lead to Telos, including ours.
Not like we have much of a choice, the Peragus astrogation charts being what they are.
It is where we must go, and where the Harbinger was bound before our unfortunate encounter on Peragus.
How did you know I was on board the Harbinger?
You were difficult to find, but coincidence was on our side. When I learned that you were on the vessel, I knew the Sith would not be far behind. When we intercepted the Harbinger, it was crippled, drifting in space. It was a simple matter to board the vessel and rescue you. Unknown to me, however, the Sith were already on board. Just as we
So she
both
did
jumped
come in
out
on the
into
Ebon
space,
Hawk.
they
Okay.
fired upon us, nearly destroying the Ebon Hawk.
That's an unusual set of coincidences.
True. But as one trained in the Force, you know that true coincidences are rare.
How did we get to Peragus?
I do not know how the Ebon Hawk was able to make it to Be silent. We're having a conversation.
Ah, come on. let him have his moment. Kreia. He says he repaired the ship and got us to Peragus.
Repaired this ship, my eye. Next thing you know, it's gonna claim credit for saving our skins. If that little noisemaker says it repaired the ship once, then it can prove it by doing it again. Go on, get!
So how come I don't remember you rescuing me?
Whatever occurred on board the Harbinger had
Where do you
rendered
know
you
this?
unconscious. Though your thoughts were faint, I was still able to find you, sealed in one of the cargo holds.
So why are these Sith looking for me?
Because you are the last of the Jedi. Once you are dead, then they have won.
I am not a Jedi. Not any longer.
Whatever lies you tell yourself are of no consequence. The Sith believe you to be a Jedi Knight, and that is all that matters.
What happened to the Jedi?
The Jedi Civil War destroyed the Jedi. By the war's end, barely 100 Jedi remained. Many fell in battle, and many more were seduced by Revan's teachings.
What about the Jedi on Dantooine and Coruscant?
The Jedi Academy on Dantooine is nothing more than a crater that echoes with the ghosts of dead Jedi. And the Jedi Temple on Coruscant lies empty. The waters in the Room of 1,000 Fountains have fallen still, in reverence to the fallen Jedi and those now lost. Many Jedi blamed the teachings of the Jedi Masters for Revan's fall, and the civil war that followed.
Then the Jedi are dead, gone. Good riddance.
Perhaps, but they are Jedi no longer. If the Sith have not already slain them, then they will not help you, nor can you help them.
Then how do we stop them?
That is not an easy question to answer. This threat is greater than you know, and I do not believe it is a battle that can be fought.
Well, they're eager to fight us. I say we fight back.
Look, enough with the we already.
We cannot hope to triumph against them alone. To stop them, you will need weapons, allies, and a teacher. In the end, I fear it may not be enough.
I will not run from the Sith or anyone.
You fought in the Mandalorian Wars, and it cost you everything. Are you willing to sacrifice as much again?
If these Sith threaten me, then they die.
You are not listening to me. This is not like any field of battle you have ever fought in. Think carefully on your choice. If you choose to fight, if you choose war, it is a path few turn from once the first steps are taken. It carries with it a terrible price, and in the end you may find you have nothing left to sacrifice.
Hmm. Only the Sith will pay the price for crossing me.
Like so many Jedi, you hear, but you do not listen. You have much to learn, but we have spoken long enough, and my wound pains me. If you have other questions, find me in the crew quarters. There we will speak more.
Hey, don't stop your long, boring rants on my account. I was just getting sleepy-eyed.
Also in private, we will be mercifully free from the opinions of imbeciles and fools.
Look, not like I care or anything, but you might want to go check on our passenger, especially with that hand of hers.
I don't... Okay, so there was like a pain is a lesson dialogue somewhere that's supposed to be maybe... Oh, no, it's... I remember this. This one was not rep. It was just not losing rep. So if I'd ever stumbled across that choice because I picked a different option anyway, then it didn't matter. Well, she seemed well enough for someone who just lost her hand.
I think she was barely keeping it together. I'm surprised she's able to stand with all that pain rolling off of her.
What are you talking about?
Are you blind? If I were her, I'd be screaming like a stuck Minoc. Well, I mean a very strong, manly Minoc. I think she's just too proud to show any weakness. Especially in front of you.
That's odd.
In case you hadn't noticed, she won't say 2 words to me, but she'll talk your ear off any chance she gets. What you think matters to her. A lot. She wants you to respect her. Besides, we haven't got much else to do until Telos.
I don't think there's any, like, influence gains here. When did you get sensitive?
Oh, don't give me that. All it takes is being around people enough to read them. You should try it sometime.
I'll go check on her then. Ah, dark side. Okay. Actually kind of put us back to neutral. How many dark side points did I get there, I wonder? The blue is gone. May want to be careful. I might have been a little too aggressive there. Oh well. It's fine. We still have a whole planet before we even get to Mira on Nar Shaddaa, so probably don't need to concern ourselves about this too much. Could do this. 9, 9, 12, 9. Sure. Beats. Dual wield? Probably just dual wield, honestly. Dual strike. Yeah. Alright, Knight Valor probably is the priority here, because that helps with skill checks. And I have 1 more power remaining, so we can take some zappies. Great. Okay. Wait, which one is this? Stealth and Sonic, okay. Forgot to try and check if this implant actually works. That's fine, though. Okay. Security system. Cargo hold. Okay, these are all cameras. HK! Do these have a purpose, these cameras? Is this might be for something else later. I don't think we can do... I doubt we can do the upgrades, so we won't even try. You have anything else to say to me?
Look, not like...
Okay. Damaged HK unit. This looks like the remains of an HK unit, but older and far more corroded than the one I encountered on Peragus. This power core still carries a charge, and a number of critical parts appear to be missing. Repair. Diagnose the droid. Looks as if this droid is missing 4 critical components. Processor, droid chassis, control cluster. That's supposed to be stored in the chassis, and its vocabulator. Take the vocabulator and insert it in the core. You've installed the droid's vocabulator. Okay. First piece of HK was installed there. That's rebuild HK bonus mission. I believe with restored content, we can finish that much quicker than we normally can, which will be good. Okay, Krea's here. Let's leave her for last. Just want to look around the rest of the ship here. We do have a Ebon Hawk container. Oh shit. Okay. Jedi robe, Pazak, medpack, Rylith, Chani heavy armor, and credits. God damn. Okay. I did not expect that to be full of absolute loot. 10 and 1. Okay. Is the robe presumably better? No. Defense 1, regen 1 versus defense 1, regen HP 1. I mean, like, arguably better. Might be better off on Krea. But what was she wearing? Now that I think about it, I don't remember what her outfit was. Well, the uniform might still be better if it does allow us to do upgrades that maybe the robe doesn't. Okay, lab station. I don't really need to make anything there. At least not right now. It is fun that we have these, like, presumably these are supposed to be, like, repair frames, right? Because this whole section was blown out. And then same with the engine back here, right? Yeah, because this one is just normal, and then this one's got this frame around it. This was the one that was damaged, so... These exist to kind of mark the repairs that were made, which is fun to see. They could have just simply had it be the original map, and they did a little bit more. All right, the heavy armor can be upgraded. Interesting. That's very Boba Fett. What the fuck? Huh. Yeah, none of these work. Okay, so we get the tier 2 healing there. The robe is not upgradable, so we'll keep the mining outfit on then, in that case. Does Bayodur use heavy armor, maybe? I could just go ahead and upgrade this. 10 fire, 2 stealth, 1 defense, -1 dex, 2 defense, -2 dex. That seems probably pretty okay, especially with max dex bonus. Sure. We didn't have anything else, so I think we can call that good. That is the whole ship. Let's go talk to Krea.
come for more answers. There is little more left to give.
When you lost your hand, I felt it too.
That does not surprise me, any more than you hearing my thoughts when we were apart. The pain, however, was unexpected. If I could, I would have shielded you from it.
Then consider the pain a lesson.
I do not need your condescension nor your lectures. If anyone needs training and guidance, it is you.
Then teach me to shut out that pain. Next time it could be worse.
I do not know if it is possible, and I fear that had the pain been more intense, the consequences would have been more extreme.
Like what? Death?
Possibly, yes, and I fear it works both ways. I would not wish to test it, nor should you.
Yeah, your age, you could die any moment. Then we'll work together and try to be more careful until we can fix this.
When battle is upon us, I suspect our minds are prepared enough to shield each other from the pain. I think we shall not have a repeat incident of what happened at Peragus.
Does our connection have any advantages?
It seems the Force flows easily between us. When one of us manipulates the Force to heal or strengthen ourselves, the other is aided as well.
Force chain, special ability. When either of you use a force power on ourselves, the other gains the benefit of it as well. Aren't most buffing force powers group effects anyway? What is the actual effect of this force chain ability here? I question how useful this actually is. There's probably... the defense boost one is self-only. So if we give Kreia the defense one, she can propagate it to us through her force chain. So that is relevant. We should keep that in mind, and we should give her the defense bonus. I was just thinking about this. The whole like force bond between you and Kreia kind of echoes the whole thing with Bastila in KOTOR 1. Just a little more in-depth. It actually has, for one, mechanical consequences as we see here. But also, it talks, it comes up a little bit more in the plot and the dialogue here. Like, it was kind of brushed past in KOTOR 1. It's just like, oh yeah, you and Bastila are linked, so you gotta travel together, and then every time you have a dream, she has it too. But you don't really talk about it much beyond, like, the initial linkage. I guess part of that is because, it's a secret that you were Revan, which is kind of being kept from you, and that is why there is the linkage. So they really can't talk about the linkage much ahead of time. And by the time the reason for the linkage is revealed, it kind of explains itself, so it doesn't really need to be talked about as much. But it is kind of weird that both games are like, here's your player character, here's a female Jedi who has a strange link to you. Weird to have it be recycled. But I think the Kreia situation is much more interesting than the Bastila situation. Like, the Bastila situation is only interesting through the big Revan reveal, right? Which is the fantastic mid-game twist, which goes above and beyond Bastila. Bastila's just a component of that. So, yeah.
A powerful technique indeed, though, as we have noticed, it has its drawbacks.
Can you tell me what has happened since the Mandalorian Wars?
Much has happened in the galaxy in your absence, and since the defeat of the Mandalorians at Malachor 5.
Tell me about the wars.
It is a tale you already know well. Almost a decade ago, the Mandalorians began preying on the Republic, bringing the fires of war to many planets along the Outer Rim. Their predations continued, winning victory after victory, until the Republic finally begged the Jedi Council for aid.
The Jedi Council agreed but did not move fast enough, so we had to.
Indeed. The Jedi Council counseled caution and patience to assess the Mandalorian threat as the Outer Rim burned.
And Revan and Malak refused to wait.
2 Jedi Knights, Revan and Malak, defied the Jedi Council. They challenged the Mandalorian fierceness and brutality on the battlefield with a viciousness of their own. Revan's entrance into the conflict marked the true beginning and end of the war. It was Revan who drove the Mandalorians back into the unknown regions.
Until we destroyed them at Malachor 5.
Yes, I have heard tales of Malachor 5 and Revan's part in it. I know you served there in that final battle. It must have been a terrible thing.
Many Jedi died in Malachor 5, and the conflict split the Order in two.
You speak the truth. The war's end was merely another beginning, and what seemed a victory for the Republic was far from it. Many believed the Mandalorians defeated at Malachor 5, but the Mandalorians taught the Jedi much through battle, and so it was that Malak, Revan, and the Jedi that followed them discovered their true natures in the Mandalorian Crusade. But you know this.
Some battles must be fought. It was not Revan's failing.
Did Revan fail? Or was it the failure of the Jedi teachings? A question for another time, perhaps. As Revan and Malak fought the Mandalorians in battle after battle, they grew to despise weakness, just as the Mandalorians did. In the end, the Mandalorians had taught them through conflict, shaped the Jedi, and turned them into a weapon against the Republic.
And that was the Jedi Civil War.
Revan and Malak, and all the Jedi that served them, turned against the Republic and the Jedi Order. Jedi fought Jedi. Revan was ambushed by the Jedi and captured. Malak continued to wage war in his master's place, inflicting terrible wounds on the Republic. Wounds that bleed still.
And how were Malak and the Sith defeated?
As all Sith do without a strong enemy, the Sith turned on each other. Revan escaped the Jedi and returned to finish Malak, and that was the end of the Jedi Civil War.
But what happened to Revan?
After defeating Malak, Revan left the Republic, and there are none who know where he has gone. It is said that the Sith remnants turned on themselves after Revan defeated Malak, reducing Korriban to ruin as the Republic still bleeds and struggles for life. Where Revan wanders now, I do not know.
Saved the Republic?
It would seem that way from a certain point of view, perhaps. The Jedi Civil War left wounds that have yet to heal. We shall see if the Republic has the strength to survive.
If the Republic is weak, it didn't deserve to win.
Perhaps. It is sometimes difficult to find the truth in the Jedi Civil War. Was it the Republic that defeated Malak, or was it Revan? If it was Revan, then the Republic was never truly tested.
So, what does it matter in the end?
A culture's teachings, and most importantly the nature of its people, achieve definition in conflict. They find themselves or find themselves lacking. Too long did the Republic remain unchallenged. It is a stagnant beast that labors for breath and has for centuries. The Jedi Order was the heart that sustained its sickness. Now the Jedi are lost. We shall see how long the Republic can survive.
The Republic has avoided its fate too long. Let them burn.
We shall see. The Jedi Civil War cost the Republic much. The resources of the Sith seemed limitless. The Republic's was not. Fleets of warships, soldiers, and people were lost. Entire planets were decimated. Their inhabitants dead or refugees. It is a great burden for any civilization to bear. And this new threat, it is a quiet thing. Unlike the Jedi Civil War, it drives at something deeper than the strength of the Republic. It is aimed at you.
This threat is directed against me?
The Republic was never what was important, ever. It was but a shell that surrounds the Jedi, just as the teachings of the Jedi are a shell surrounding the heart of man. You see, the war, the true war, has never been one waged by droids or warships or soldiers. They are but crude matter, obstacles against which we test ourselves. The true war is waged in the hearts of all living things, against our own natures, light or dark. That is what shapes and binds this galaxy, not these creations of man. You are the battleground, and if you fall, the death of the Republic will be such a quiet thing, a whisper, that shall herald the darkness to come.
There are other questions I wish to ask you.
Ask, and I will answer.
So that was only one of like 3 background dialogues. Jeez. I was correct in that we'd have enough content for this episode. I need to know more about the Sith hunting us.
These Sith, they seek the death of all Jedi, as have all the Sith, since the Jedi Order was first split.
First split?
Yes, the Jedi Civil War is not the first one of its kind. Thousands of years ago, the Jedi had another civil war that split the Order. It was a terrible thing. A faction among the Jedi abandoned the teachings of the Order, following their own path. They waged war on their fellow Jedi, a war that raged across the galaxy. But these fallen Jedi were cast out, defeated, and they retreated to worlds in the Outer Rim. Over time, they took on the mantle of the Lords of the Sith, but in their hearts they never forgot the Jedi. The hatred for the Jedi Order burns in their veins like fire and echoes in their teachings. Revan tasted it, as Malak did.
So these Sith continue the crusade. Actually, I'm more interested in 2, but these Sith seem different.
In a manner of speaking, they are different from Malak in that they are concerned only with the destruction of the Jedi. For them, it is all that matters, all that ever mattered. It is a different war these Sith wage, a thing of silence and shadow. They strike from the darkness, hiding from the face of the galaxy until all Jedi are exterminated. After all the Jedi are gone, then the galaxy is theirs, no matter whether the Sith or the Republic rules. It is the dark side that shall reign, unchecked.
Yeah, the Sith on Peragus knew some Force techniques, but they were extremely weak.
I believe them to be the result of special teachings. Their apparent weakness against you is evidence of this. Those Sith assassins can sense their prey through the Force. It is like a hunger. They feed and grow stronger when they are near Force sensitives. The stronger their prey is in the Force, the deadlier they become. As long as you were cut off from it, you were able to evade their sight. But after Peragus, I fear that you will be no longer shielded from their eyes, or the eyes of their masters. The stronger you grow, the more will come.
So that's almost like video game explaining scaling enemies, right? As I grow stronger in the Force, they grow stronger. More questions.
Ask, and I will answer.
When we were on Peragus, I could feel the Force again.
Indeed. And was it the same as before?
No. It was like a whisper, just at the edge of my hearing.
If my suspicions are correct, perhaps the damage the Jedi Council did was not as permanent as they thought. It is not an easy thing to cut one off from the Force.
The Jedi did this to me?
What did you believe? That you suddenly lost your connection with the Force without reason?
It's not possible to cut one off from the Force. It's like deafening somebody or blinding them.
Indeed it is. It is much like losing one's ability to listen or being put into a deep sleep, unable to awaken to the galaxy around you. Such a thing has been done before, when Jedi have pronounced sentence on their own and exiled them as they did you.
If the Jedi were not already gone and dead, I would end their lives for doing this to me.
It is possible that such a thing can be undone. Still, even so, the chances of the Jedi undoing such a thing for a traitor is a slim thing at best, assuming they yet live.
But you said it's possible. How?
Our link may have had other consequences. Perhaps you can hear the Force again, distantly, through me. If so, then there is hope. I may be able to teach you, train you to feel the Force again, and if you will not allow me to help you, then other Jedi must train you, or undo the damage they have done.
I will honor whatever training you wish to give me.
Do not honor me, fallen Jedi. Honor it by listening and learning. Do that, and perhaps we shall survive this thing, you and I. I offer to train you to become strong again, to know the ways of the Force, and to hear the Force sing within you as it once did.
If your training brings me power, then I will listen.
Then our training shall begin. Whenever I travel with you, I shall impart what I can to you through my words and presence.
Okay, other questions?
Ask, and I will answer.
So what do we do now?
I do not know. The Sith struck more swiftly than I thought, and they will not stop until they have you in their grasp. If you fall, all the galaxy will echo it.
We can't keep running until they catch us.
It does not matter where we go. It is not the destination that matters. It is the journey. All paths will take us to the end, whatever it may be, and no matter how strongly we fight against it. For now, we are bound for Telos, and that is enough.
Enough for what?
Before the war, Jedi who failed their training were sent to the fields of Telos to serve the galaxy, not as Jedi Knights, but as farmers and laborers. The destruction of Telos was complete. I doubt any Jedi remain. Yet there may be echoes of their passing. We shall see.
And if we find no trace of Jedi teachings on Telos?
Then I am left with nothing more than we had already. My faith in you and your ability to meet what comes.
This is a lot to take in all at once. I need time to reflect.
I would see to that fool in the cockpit and remind him of our destination. I would not want him attempting to veer from Telos.
He's not a fool, but he does feel odd to me.
He is a fool and an imbecile. His potential lies downwards, not up. Watch that one. His thoughts are slippery. I do not trust him, and nor should you. Such a man serves himself first, and his allies next.
Okay. Dark side, light side, net, dark side, influence gain, Kriya. Okay. That definitely was all stuff that happened, for sure. I think we are pretty close to neutral again. Really hard to tell. Maybe slightly dark? Might have to be careful there. We might be slipping. We'll have to do a little bit of good maybe on Telos. Okay, well I think we'll leave this episode here. Till next time.